If you know me, Kyle Abbott, you know I love me some quality. And it's not the first time I've sung the praises of Tokyo Wagakki. Most of the finest shamisen in Japan comes from Tokyo Wagakki. And I've always felt it's such a special and rare relationship we have with them, which is why I felt it's a great opportunity to create truly unique high-end shamisen that aren't even available in Japan, something very Bachido exclusive, as it were. Recently though, my partner Yanaka Taichi-san, who fulfills all of the Tokyo Wagakki and beginner shamisen orders for Bachido, he told me, you know, Kyle, Tokyo Wagakki, they can make all of these shamisen, no problem, but their real specialty is with Kouki wood. You see, Kouki has this perfect balance of oil and hardness, and combined with their skills, they can achieve a mirror-like polish with no lacquer whatsoever. It's a very special skill, and in fact, only 2 of the craftsmen there know how to do it. Anywho, yes, why not, we thought, and here we go. Our first standard shamisen from Tokyo Wagakki, the Rose. Now when I say standard, I mean it's a shamisen that you can buy in Japan outside of Bachido. However, ours is unique in a special way, and that comes to the Kouki wood. I'll say now, if you've researched anything about shamisen and the high-end ones, you'll know that Kouki is very, very endangered, which is why I want to say now that the wood we're using is 30 years old. My partner's uncle's friend of a friend has a friend who used to be a shamisen maker, but he retired in the early 2000s and he stored all of his Kouki wood in a secret warehouse. I kid you not. Long story short, we were able to convince him to sell us his 30-year-old Kouki for our roses here. So that we did. A real cool thing about this old Kouki is that there is often much more figure than the recently harvested Kouki. Back then in the 80s and 90s, it costed about $100 to $200 per saw, and even the average quality had some figure in it. Nowadays, the rough material for one saw costs $900, and there's pretty much no figure, usually. So with these roses, you're much more likely to get some kind of tiger stripe or other pattern. However, that's something we cannot guarantee. All of the wood in the warehouse is rough cut lumber, and my partners, they can't see what figure is in the wood until it's been shaped. Take our lineup right here. Over there, we got our standard model. This has Maru Uchido, which is smooth on the inside, and the Chibukuro is a standard shape. We were really blown away with this one, because after it was shaped, we could see it had tiger stripe and great figure throughout. Now take our deluxe model. This has Aisugi, the herringbone pattern in the dough, as well as the V-style neck, and like the Akatsuki, it has the cutout style Chibukuro. Now this one, when the wood was shaped, we found it also has some tiger stripe pattern, but surprisingly, the wood is very dark. You see, Kouki, it all darkens over time. Even if you have a very bright red piece, within a year or 2, it'll darken down. And what's surprising with this middle one is that after it was shaped, normally it would be brighter, but just the wood itself already is dark. And there's nothing wrong with that, just different. Now we have our top tier of this luxury line. This has Aisugi-do, same as the deluxe, as well as gold fittings in the joints. Now this particular saw, this has very little tiger stripe pattern compared to these other 2. However, the wood is much more vibrant red, and it has really cool black stripes throughout. So they're all unique, and all of them have high quality Kouki. And if you're lucky, you'll get one that has incredible tiger stripe pattern, but we can't know it until the wood has been shaped, and we can't shape the wood until we buy the wood. We can't buy the wood until we get the order. So, as you can imagine, we can't guarantee the amount of figure that'll be in the wood. It'll be awesome anyway. A quick word about the fancy trimmings, the Aisugi and Kinbozo. Over the decades, people have been led to believe that gold fittings in the joints and the herringbone pattern will create incredible improvements in sound quality. Well, with these roses, I made a thorough sound test that basically proves that it doesn't. However, there's no denying that the aisungi and gold fittings look so elegant, and that's why we're now finally offering that. So yes, you have full choice on the level of luxury. Now I say it's time we have a listen to these beauties. As I mentioned, I did a sound test, and in the test, I just recorded the open strings. However, in the recording session, I also recorded a variety of phrases and sweet licks to hear the full spectrum of flavors that the rose can create. Now, let's listen to the phrases and sweet licks.